It's troubling news for parents. Public school elementary teachers could be on the picket lines before the end of this month, and they're not alone in their fight against the province. Secondary school teachers could also be out of the classrooms striking within the same month.
With the funding changes that are being proposed by the provincial government, the effects that that's going to have on the everyday students and teachers in the classroom are going to be catastrophic, and to the point where I don't think we'll be able to do our job.
35 buses bring in thousands of Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation members to the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. They are here to get informed about the discussion between the union and province at the bargaining table. The talks started in the spring, but OSSTF Toronto President Leslie Wolf says there hasn't been enough movement ahead of next week's strike vote deadline.
We have seen across the province this year how the reduction in funding for teachers across the system has already created a lack of access to courses and programs for students. And if the government moves forward with its 4-year plan to continue to raise the average class size across the province, we're just going to see fewer and fewer programs and courses available to students.
How many students do you have in your classroom?
34 and 35 are normal.
What was it like last year?
31 and 32. And I know if you're not a teacher, that doesn't feel like that big of a difference, but it really is.
What kind of pressure does that put on you?
Honestly, it's not about me. So I have 3 extra essays to mark. It's about the kids. Every single kid has different needs, and how do I get to every single one when they can barely fit in the room?
Public elementary school teachers are also frustrated by negotiations with the Ford government seemingly at a standstill. The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario is now requesting what is known as a no-board report. The report is essentially a notice. 17 days after it's filed, Ontario public elementary school teachers will be in a legal position to strike.
We have spent months trying to get this government to deal with issues that are important to students and parents and our members in this province. And again today, we've had no response.
Ontario Minister of Education Stephen Lecce spoke out on the potential job action today. His comment, indicative an agreement with ETFO and OSSTF, isn't within reach quite yet.
We are requesting a significant increase with respect to what we're offering. And my position is, and I think one shared by at least a critical mass of parents, is if we're going to put more money in the system, I'd rather go into the front lines.
The strike vote deadline for secondary school teachers is November 15th, and they could be in a legal strike position as early as November 18th. Maliha Sheikh, City News, Metro Toronto Convention Centre.